that though?
Best with race cars.
I don't know, man. I'm Shawn Ellington. Welcome to 187 Customs. This is my 1974 Chevrolet Caprice. It is a driver car that makes a lot of power. That's the thing about donks is they're big and they're flashy and they're in your face. Big Corleone forged wheels, full red interior. The red stands out on this white and it's just in your face. This car's got a Texas Speed LS in it. It's a 327. It's capable of making 1,800 horsepower, and we're not real sure the limits of what this thing will do at the track. So when we bought this car, it had been caught on fire, and that's the reason we named it the Fire Donk.
Oh yeah, I know, because everything got burnt. Look at the springs.
Damn. It's not great, it's not terrible.
No, we can clean this deal up.
We took it out to Las Vegas. It was 118 degrees out there in the heat, and we drove this thing around for 2 hours nonstop and no issues at all. That's the way we wanted it. We wanted it to look on the outside very flashy and not something that you would think would be as fast as what it is, or something that makes 1,800 horsepower, and I think we knocked it out of the park. So this is my son's 72 Chevelle that he has named Debbie. This car has been in the works for a long time. We've raced it some, we've drove it some, and it's been on the lift a lot. We actually took this car to the track a couple of weeks ago and destroyed everything. So the transmission blew up, and when that blew up, it took out the drive shaft. When that transmission blew up, it broke the block in 3 or 4 different places where the starter boss comes off the car. So all of that has to be replaced. You can see right here on the Stainless Works exhaust where it beat it in. The first thing that we did to this car was put full exhaust on it, and haven't had any issues with it. A little bit dented up, still sounds great. So I don't have a whole lot of cars around here that will never be sold, but this is one of them. I used to take my son in his car seat for rides in this car whenever it was bone stock, and I swore to myself I'd never make it a race car. That's one of the many things that I've said that I didn't stick to over the years. It's been through a bunch of different setups in all those years, but the current setup on it is a 427 LS Texas Speed motor that the Fire Donk has. It's got a Turbo 400 Rosler in it with a Gear Vendors overdrive, quick performance 9-inch rear end. This thing right here made just shy of 1,800 on the dyno at Fuel Tech. What we have transformed this car over to is the drag and drive type stuff. We just haven't had a chance to drag and drive it yet. And I'll be smiling the whole way. This is one of my favorite cars that I've ever owned. So this is the underneath of Aiden / the giveaway truck. It's a 2017 Chevy, single cab, short bed, and this has the Stainless Works full exhaust kit on it. It is a LT motor, so full headers all the way back to where he cut it off and dumped it. Basically, now that Aiden has left and went to college, I'm giving his truck away. He's not real happy about it, but I did call him and tell him. He upgraded. He took my wife's Brodozer from her, and that's what he's driving to college now. It's a 2019 F250. It's a 4-door truck. He can haul his Chevelle to the track or pull trailers or do the things that he needs to do that this truck isn't capable of. We're gonna gather up a few cars, load some things up, and head on out to Thunder Valley and see what kind of trouble we can get into. Home to the mountain. This is our home track right here. We're in Oklahoma City-ish, Norman, and we are going to we're gonna do some burnouts in this truck. We're gonna spin it around a little bit. I've never done this before. This will be the first time. Aiden, anytime we've ever taken this truck out, it's been Aiden driving it. We're gonna see if I can live up to how well he's done so far in this truck. I'm sure if you ask him, I won't, but we're gonna spin it around and we're gonna see what happens. You gotta go, man. You gotta go. It's the easiest thing ever. Hey, okay. It's the line lock and everything's already on. It will literally stay in the same spot and just do a donut. Hey, it's the greatest thing ever, man.
Forget race.
How cool is that, though?
Best with race cars.
I don't know, man. Hey,
That's the fun, dude. It will literally just keep going.
it'll just stay right there in the spot. We've been watching the burnout stuff for quite a while, and they go in hot, you know, and then they spin out once they get in there. And that's the stuff that Aiden started doing, and he was getting pretty good at it, you know, and I see how now. Like, it's so controllable. The power's about perfect. I didn't need to be banging it off the limiter, which if there was a crowd here and you need to bang it off the limiter, absolutely, you know, I'm all for it. That's why we put a limiter on this truck. We didn't want it to go to the moon. But man, it's fun. It's a good time.
Man, you can go as long as you want. I feel like as long as there's smoke coming off the tires,
You're winning.
yeah.
Like Aiden's told me 2 or 3 times, man, y'all built a good truck. And that's coming from a 18-year-old kid who has probably done way more burnouts than what we know. Well, I smoked those tires a little bit more than what I wanted to. Oh, for sure. We're gonna have to put new ones on it before we go to PRI, but that's what we get them for, right?